Hello guys, welcome back to GVIT channel. My name is Luana and I'm a worker from GVIT Cloud team. Today we're going to talk about the new update of Calibrate camera service. In the past history, we used to deal with this kind of problems with the assistance of engineer. Later on, due to the inconvenience of operating such a function, we decided further develop and update such a function. If you constantly facing trouble of making exact the same products you want, or you do have a higher expectancy toward the accuracy and the overall harmony of your handmade product, then this is perfect function for you to have through a daily working experience. The new update of Calibrate camera service is very easy to operate. Today, I'm going to help you guys to get through this step by step. If you have any questions, do feel free to ask questions during the stream via live chat. Now we're going to open the GVIT Cloud website as we usually do. Then we're going to click the cloud to continue. And do remember to select your match machine. And we're going to choose a random graph in the history that you've made. Here we are, and in the upper, maybe a little bit left side, we can see the Calibrate camera service, and we'll click that button to continue. As you can see, each step has been written for you. The first step is put a white paper or Calibrate plate on the machine. Cover the surface of the equipment operating table with white paper or calibration board. If you had the suitable paper, just like what I had, then you could go ahead using this exactly the widths and the lengths of the paper. If you don't have that kind of paper, it is always fine to replace those paper with regular A4 paper. If you're using this with A4 paper, that's a note for you to have, is that you're going to place them, cover the whole surface of the honeycomb bed like this, and you're going to connect the edge of those paper using the paper tip, maybe just like two sides, and do remember to tape the up and down and right and left side, because during the operation the wind inside the machine is going to blow the paper away. And if you happen to meet those situations, there's another trick for you to continue, is that you pull out the drawer underneath it about this kind of angle, so the wind will come out by itself. Okay, since we have the exactly suitable paper, we're going to open the lid, place the paper inside the machine. Very centric. Do not put it like up to more top or left or side. Avoid overcut. And then we're going to close the lid. You can always feel free to put the drawer a little bit out when you already feel the wind is coming out. And then we're going to get back to our computer. Okay, it's photographing. We wait till it's ready to continue. Okay, it's ready. Next step. Check the machine state. Turn on the device and click next when the connection status becomes ready, which is ready. Here we go. Success. Start processing. Wait for the button on the device turn to green, which is this button. Click the button to process. If the button does not change color, click the previous step and repeat, which is green. So we're going to press the button. Okay, the machine is started to run. The whole process is about to take 5 minutes. During the process, we can go over and look at the fun handicraft we have in order to know the importance of Calibrate camera service. Look at this fun handicraft. This artcraft is about 4 to 7 layers. Each layer is somewhat similar or different to each other, but they do have a common point is that they have exactly the central circle oriented to each other. We could not imagine how it looks like without the precisely of Calibrate camera service. We can't imagine the central circle maybe go left, up, right, anywhere else than that. And it loses the general harmony of the products you make. Let's take another one as an example, a similar one. And this time it's like side and circle and all over it. As you can see, this kind of a handicraft like art is very popular, and it highly depends on the accuracy of camera calibration. And you can observe the beauty through order, and that's a very quite genuine idea. Besides that, we have another tip for you during the whole process of it, is that during the whole process, the side of the machine, which had this really bright light straps. So the previous type of machine, they have really sharp lights. It'll affect the effect of overall the Calibrate camera service. What you have to do is very simple still. Our old friend, taper tip. You can tip the side of light strap by the taper pin to lower down its light effects to achieve the maximum of the function of Calibrate camera service. And our machine is very friendly to user because during the whole process, you don't have to do it by yourself. I mean, the cutting, engraving, and camera calibration. The machine gonna finish them by itself. All you have to do is make sure that you have the material it needs and just leave them alone for the rest of the journey. If you guys have any questions due to this step, feel free to ask. And another benefit of operating such a function is that you can save much materials for better use. If your cutting area deviations from the reality, you will feel hard to aim the material where you want to keep cutting and engraving. By the help of Calibrate camera service, you can save as much material as you want for better use. You don't have to bother the whole process. It'll continue by itself.啊，这个是用那个亚克力本，哎，我也不知道。找些漂亮一点的啊，这个。哎呦妈呀！拿不下来。这是 leather 是啊，那些啊。For the new users, we do have some examples if you want to practice your skills on laser machine or this is the first time you've been using our products. Is we have some of the gorgeous handicraft, as you can see. And they are made of wood. Though it originally made of the cloth or anything like that, but now it's made of the wood and it had the same effects it does and it makes sounds too because wood have quality. And then we have another one is this cute leather made stuff. It's very cute and it's like a notebook for me because I have a white paper instead. You can mark something, you can just remind you something, and those are the feathers, you know, leathers and stuff. You can just like stick with it, and it's really classy, especially when you have kids at home, or it is your friend's birthday and you want to. This is a perfect example for you to have. And wood like this, you can hang stuff on it, and you could place your keys on it. I don't know whether you guys lost your key a lot. I did, so I kind of need that on my in my home, so where I can hang on my keys on it. And if it's really simple to make those, you just have to cut them and stick them together. It is really like user friendly to make simple, delicate art craft. Okay, it's about another maybe 2 rounds. We're gonna finish this step. It's usually gonna take this much longer, but don't worry, it is like normal and usually. And we have this fun art craft. I always like it. It's like a map. It's like a map of New York and Oakland. It's amazing to observe that you can finish that kind of like art piece by using this machine. It is like meaningful, like it's meaningful to everybody if you're interested in those math. And then we have this perfect example for kids or for just like a memorable working experience. It's very easy. Oh, this one has layer 2. So like Calibrate camera service is perfectly for you to make that kind of like material and handicraft, because you know each time you cut, they're gonna like space and material waste. By this, you can aim the exactly spot you haven't cut and save more places. And it's about, I think it's more than 10 layers of it. And you could just always cover them with the color you like. I mean, those are the color we apply later on. Okay. Hello, Vicky. I didn't think the machine would operate with the drawer open. Yes, it is. Yes, it can. Because the wind inside the machine is like too strong, especially during the collaborative camera service, because it's gonna pipe the wind out of it, like the smoke and the waste of a gas out of it. So the paper with light, especially with like regular A4 paper, it's gonna flow. Yes, of course you can just open the drawer because it's paper inside of the machine, and it's like the gas, the whatever smoke, it is like not harmful. Yes, you can. Okay, that's the final round of cutting. Okay, here we go. Let's turn to our website. We just wait to this status to become ready. Now it's like a reset. Photographing. Okay. It's gonna take a minute, but it's okay. Okay, it's ready. Next step. To start collaboration, wait for the process of the equipment to finish. After the automatic reset, the equipment status becomes ready. The following is a real-time screen of the machine. If the picture is not refreshed, click the photo to refresh button. And then we're gonna click this refresh button to refresh the real-time screen of the machine. It is photographing. That's exactly what happened inside the machine, which is photographing. Yeah, the internet connection, okay, it's ready. Sometimes if you have like a really bad signal of Wi-Fi or internet connection, this will happen. Okay, 6 says, put 3mm wooden rod on the machine. Place a 3mm wooden rod on the surface of the equipment operating table and lay a layer of white paper on the surface of the rod. Okay, we're going to continue. First thing first, we're going to take out the paper inside the machine. And it's done with it. Thank you for your service. Then we're going to place a 3mm wooden board like this and cover with a white paper. Same thing, if you don't have the exactly same side of the paper, welcome to just like tip on the back of it. That's what I do. I don't have exactly the same size of paper. I tip on the back. And then you can always, again, go ahead with regular A4 paper. But this time, when you cover this on the wooden board, when the paper go over that wooden board like this, make sure that you fold it the side to fit the wooden board like perfectly. That's the criteria. Okay, we're gonna place the wooden board and the paper both inside the machine. Place it as centered, as neat, as flat as possible. Here we are. Close the lid. Also, you can pull up the drawer for reduce the wind affection. It's totally fine. And then we're gonna go back to our website. A lot of people asking why we have to do this like all over again since the last time we tested out with paper. Yes, the last time we tested out with thin paper, but this time we test out with 3mm wooden rod. Is that the calibration camera service? You will have the references of like different thickness in order for a better function. Now it's ready, we clean the next step. Check the machine state. When the connection status becomes ready, clean next. Success. Process with thickness, as you can see. Wait for the button on the device. Press this button. Turn to green. Click the button to process. If the button does not change color, click the previous step and repeat. Here we go. So during this step, it's much quicker than it usually would take. It's about 1 minute. Another point is when you tip the white paper, make sure the paper tip is not on the top of the white paper. It's beneath it, so it won't affect the camera calibration service. Here we go, almost to finish. Almost. Good job. Let's back to our website. Next step, when it's ready, not reset. Photographing. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Ready, next step. To start signal correction, wait for the process of the equipment to finish. After the automatic reset, the equipment status becomes ready. The following is a real-time screen of machine. If the picture is not refreshed, click the photo button to refresh the image, which we're going to click that to let it refresh. Real-time screenshot. Ready. Next step. You're almost to finish. Here we are. That's the end of like collaborating camera service, but we do have to test out whether it is accurate or not. So we're gonna draw a random graph, like basic graph, rectangles, circles, whatever you like random size, random like position, like wherever you want to place it. It's about this. And then we're gonna choose a material to where we put inside, which is 3mm basswood. And then enter the setting, we choose cut. But this time lower the power, about like to 20 to like 30. Speed up to like 60s or 70s. Like it's up to you because we just need to cut the same paper. And then hit confirm. And then when this is ready, click print. And hit the button. Okay, as you can see, our machine is working now. Finished. OK， 限位是怎么说呀 ？Like a lean position. Limits. Limits. Doctor， 你放在这儿没事。Okay, now since it's been cut, we have to zoom in a little bit. Where? To refresh the zoom in and to see. That's the like a graph we drew. It matched perfectly with the cut like on the surface. Nevertheless, deviations up to 1 to 2 millimeters is perfectly fine, which we're not even reached to that level. It's perfectly fine. As you can see, it's matched with the line is like perfectly. Here you are, finish the art process of it, and it's really successful. And you could go ahead, use your machine. Okay, now we're gonna introduce to the limit switch, which we have. We're gonna have people to help us to introduce the limiting stopper. If you have questions with that. This is when the machine is closed. Now it's like a closed. Waiting for the machine to reset. Now when you open it, it cannot work. It's because of that stopper. It's not like related to during the Calibrate camera like collaboration. If you push that button up, it'll work with this button and you push it up. And now you can work it with your drawer open. If you close it, you can't not, but if you open it, you can. Okay, now let's go through this step all over again with the simple description. And I'm going to put this. Okay. Now we're going to go over this step again for you to have a better understanding. First of all, we're going to have the machine, of course. And then what are we going to prepare? Suitable paper if you could find, if you happen lucky enough to find this exactly the same size of paper. If you can't, always welcome to use the regular A4 paper and tip on the surface of honeycomb bed. But do make sure that you connect the edge of the paper with the paper tips. I'm going to show you how to do it because it's very convenient. We're just going to tip the edge of the paper by using the paper tip. Like this. And then place on a honeycomb bed, which is fit or fit. But we have to also tip the upper side and the downside. Like I said, if the wind gets way much stronger, it's just going to blow your paper like this. And side, of course. You'll tip it here and here. That's the first step you could go ahead with. It's very convenient to use the materials that you have. And later on, it's about a 5 minutes process, and then it's camera correction. After that, we're done. We're done with this paper. We're gonna go ahead. If you have suitable paper again, use it. If you don't have, you can just use the regular A4 paper and play them on top of the 3mm baseboard like this. But this you have to get exactly the same size if it is possible. And then place it and tip the paper on it. Again, if you don't have suitable paper like me, you can always tape two paper together. But do remember, the smooth surface it's faced up, but you tip on the back of it because during those collaborations, it's gonna curve on the paper. If you have the conjunctions it's not flat, it's gonna affect the overall effect. Put on top of it, put inside the machine, and let's continue. Okay, that'll be all content for today, and thank you for watching. If you guys have any problem, now is the time to we're here to help. And then make sure you give a big thumbs up to the video and share with somebody you think they need. Make sure that you subscribe our channel and turn on the subscription button up for a new update. And I will see you guys next time. Voila, voila. Ah.